What's the haps? I'm John, aka Meroka, and welcome to Spiel. So, I hope most of you watching were able to attend Clockworks for Charity on Saturday. Thank you to everybody who came out to that. We raised £130 for Child's Play Charity. So thank you even more so to everybody who contributed. You're all wonderful, wonderful, lovely people. So obviously our first target, of which I was hoping we would reach many targets, was £500. We did not reach that. So I'm going to leave that fundraiser up, actually. It's the way the Child's Play Charity budget works is it's immensely flexible. I can do whatever I want with it within reason. I cannot climb Mount Everest with it, but, you know, if I want to leave it running indefinitely or things like that, that is a thing I can do with it. So that's something I will do with it. Hi, a lot of lumbers here. So I might up the target a little bit to 1,000, and as soon as we finish, the first question I got is, are you going to do this again? Well, yes, I'm going to be honest, yes, I would like to do it again. It wasn't as big as I would have liked it to have been, and that's perhaps due in part to the fact that I am not very big and successful in the world of entertainment and things, so I need to work on that, certainly. So by the time it comes around again, maybe I'll be some slightly more notable celebrity and it'll be worthwhile doing or something. So the way I want to structure it is I'm going to leave that target up there of £1,000. Some people are saying, why don't you do it, I think someone said monthly. I was like, no, I'm not doing it monthly, don't be ridiculous, that would be ludicrous. Quarterly minimum. Biannually or annually would probably be the more logical solution. I mean, most of these fundraisers, you look at stuff like Desert Bus, which was on the exact same day. Desert Bus for Hope, that's annually. Most of them are annually. Mario Marathon, Zeldathon. What else? There's another one that's notable. But it eludes me now. There are a few other notable ones like, yeah, Mario, Zelda, Mass Effect, that's the one I was trying to think of, Mass Effect Marathon. Yeah, there's a bunch of them out there for different games and series, and they tend to do them annually, so they're generally an annual thing. I think I would like to, again, it feels like, I know, I steal all my ideas, I'm the most unoriginal guy in the world, but I think I'd like to leave that £1,000 goal up there, and I will do it when we reach £1,000. So, if you want to see another Clockworks for Charity, you will give generously to Child's Play Charity, and then we'll do it again. And obviously, like I say, it didn't go that great, so hopefully, A, I will be bigger and more successful next time, and it was certainly a learning experience, so I'll be able to market it, structure it, run it better. I mean, I started it at a time that was convenient for me, but not at a time that was convenient for most of the audience, which was probably a stupid idea. I mean, I was thinking, you know, I'm the one who's got to sit here for however many hours straight. In the end, it turned out to be 3.5, so it wasn't a big deal. So maybe I should just start it in early evening or something. If I start it at like 6 o'clock here, it's sort of late morning West Coast, early afternoon East Coast, you know, that'd work out alright, that's no problem at all. I mean, it wouldn't even be trouble to get 3 rings in. I mean, yeah, that's if they wanted to. I mean, they said they wanted to, but no one turned up, so, yeah, don't know about that one. Either way, if 3 rings wanted to join, it would be a convenient time for them, because obviously I started at, well, 3 rings are San Francisco, so they were the 5 AM start group. So if they wanted to be in, I ran from 5 till 8 AM. Yeah, I can see why I didn't get a big audience. West Coast America. Not an insignificant demographic, and I ran my event from 5 till 8 AM their time. Yeah, maybe that makes some sense. So yeah, I'll definitely, of things to do, start later in the day, crying out loud. That was a silly decision, really. So yeah, there's that. So, yep, target for Child's Play Charity. Raise £1,000 for Child's Play Charity, and we will do Clockworks for Charity again, and I will try and get more people on, because we didn't manage to get Sir Jinxable in this time. Did briefly speak to Lattice and Sklay. Did get Chalk 3 in for most of Tier 3, which is fun. I enjoyed talking to him, he's a good guy. Didn't get Gunshy Pigeon, but he's not mentioned anything to me or complained in any details, so I don't think he was too bothered. I wonder if he even remembered that I'd asked him. I wouldn't put it past him to have forgotten. So yeah, I'll do things better. And £1,000, £1,000 for Child's Play charity, and I will do it again. That's the deal. That's the deal we're going to go with. So it must be time for Spiral Knights news, of which there is very little, unless you wish to note that the sale has ended. The crazy sale that was on last week, the one that I said, I don't see what the point of this is, they are not selling anything interesting. They were not selling anything interesting at the time I made the video. That kind of quickly escalated. When I made the video, they were like selling bits of armor and stuff, the stuff you normally see in the supply depot. And it was going for, you know, the usual 10% discount. I was like, well, what is the point of this? About a day or two later into the sale, suddenly all manner of exotic junk started popping up. Whether this was intended or whether Three Rings just realised, oh, crud, yeah, people still aren't going to buy the junk that they never bought before. We need to sell them things that people genuinely want. So I saw screenshots on Reddit of a Sunshine Aura selling for 10,000 energy and a Zombie Bellhop going for 25,000 energy. One guy who I know his name from Reddit, but I don't know him in game. He just randomly whispered me at one point, so I was like, well, okay, sure, I recognise your name, we'll go with that. He told me he'd bought like, I think he must have bought like 7 Wolver Tails or something and flogged them all for a massive markup, but he made like 70,000 energy or something out of it. It's like, that's crazy. I really need to get into this trading business. Trading's lucrative. What floor are we doing? I think these are bunnies, so I think I'll be okay. Bunnies! Let's do the bunnies. So, yeah, Spiral Knights news. Not a lot. I suppose if you want to know what I bought in the sale, I got myself a shiny. What the heck did I get? I can't even remember now. I got myself some shinies. What shinies were they? Divine Bomb Bandolier and a Prismatic Cattail. Those were the things I picked up. I did buy some energy to pick them, at least one of those up. I had enough to get the Bomb Bandolier, and then it was like, oh, I've got no energy, and suddenly there's a Prismatic Cattail. I bought that on the assumption that this looks like, I don't know, that almost looks like it's a scenario room, but like the least interesting one ever. Oh my god, there's a, what? There's like a theatre lantern hanging up above. Is this supposed to be like behind the scenes? We've seen behind the curtain. It's all dramatic theatre, and the lantern is supposed to be putting a spotlight on our character, and it's theatre. La 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 la. Alas, poor Yorick, I knew him well, and all that. I like theatre. Theatre is good. Excellent. Wait. How I open? Is there a switch somewhere I missed? Is it under a plant? Oh, that's okay. Sure. Or was there just another route that I've totally missed? I think there was. Yes, there was. Clearly. How bizarre. That was a really weird room. I guess it must have been a scenario room in that respect, but it was very strange. Huh. So yeah, my thinking behind buying all that junk is the same thinking behind buying all the other junk is, you know, for trading purposes, it might be worth a pretty penny. There is a list out there of market value of all the items in the game. I don't know how well it's updated. All I know is it says that Prismatic Cattail is worth like 20 or 25,000 energy, which is like silly talk. I'm like, it can't be. I bought it for like 4. What? That's, yeah. I'm guessing the price must have gone down since that. I don't think they were rapidly updating it during the sale. That was a silly thing to hit, wasn't it? Either way, I reckon somebody out there might pay a little bit more for it, and then I will have a return on investment, and it will be nice, and I won't have to worry about energy for some considerable time. Hopefully that will be what will happen. Bomb Bandolier, same story. Ow! I really am making a mess of these bombs today. Hashtag kill Meroka. Yeah. So, got a couple of questions, or not so much questions, more comments that well, one of them was sent to me in-game, and one of them was sent to me in the comments, and it was one of those things that Google wouldn't let me reply to, because Google says screw you in this instance. So, I'm going to have to reply to it here, so I almost feel like I'm going to need a new segment here, which is comments Google won't let me reply to. I need to do like a graphic. No, I'm not going to do a stupid graphic. It'll be comments Google won't let me reply to. And I have all the text on the screen and junk, and it'll be no. Let's not do that. Let's not go down that route. Hi, you don't want to shoot me. There's a wall there for a very good reason. Oh God! Ow! I saw that coming a mile away. Okay, they're reasonably easy to kill. That's at least something. I should have done that before, really. So yeah, comments Google won't let me reply to. I will start with the comment. The comment that I got was in regards to PvP, which seems like an interesting thing to talk about since it's something I had been sort of contemplating as a thing recently. So, Lifeworgy, who has commented before, says, why do you not do GVG matches in your videos? So, guild versus guild, if you're not familiar with the lockdown PvP terminology, guild versus guild matches in your videos. I would love to see how people actually do PvP in this game, and I enjoy watching your vids, so I hope you do that. You will not see me doing PvP. That's just the way things is. Because, does that one control that one, or does it control them both? Yeah, I guess it does. The last time I did PvP was when I made my voltage, and I'm pretty sure I had my voltage when I started making videos, which, as we noted a few weeks ago, was over a year ago at this point, so yeah, that's been some considerable time since I've delved into that territory, and it's not really my scene. It's a bit of a toxic environment, and I've never much enjoyed it or cared for that sort of thing. It's one of those things where I feel like, oh, if you're not the best of the best, you're not deemed worthy to compete. I'm like, I just can't be bothered with that kind of nonsense. I'll just sit here and kill things, being a PvE scrub. You know, that works for me. PvE scrubbage is the way forward, definitely. Weren't there supposed to be dust bunnies in here somewhere? I haven't seen any yet. However, there is one thing to note. The thing I've been contemplating, toying with the idea of, is I think it would be nice if this game, maybe a little outlandish, had maybe esports is too strong a word, but that's kind of the territory I'm going down with this train of thought. I would like to see Lockdown done properly with a professional commentary style. So, a little bit like you would see, you know, Dota or League of Legends or StarCraft or whatever. Done properly with proper commentators giving you blow-by-blow plays of what's going on in the game. Not... Because there are plenty of videos out there like this on YouTube. There are plenty of people who do PvP videos, but it's usually just them jumping into a random match for the most part with a bunch of random people and then going, hi, look at me, this is what I'm doing, look at me kill all these people, oh no, look, this guy got me, ah, there we go, okay, I beat this guy, this guy's a scrub, blah 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 blah. And it's, you know, it's not especially entertaining or... Good, there's no switch behind that one. I'm missing 2 switches! And the bunnies are multiplying, there we go, there's one. Is the other one in here? Nope. Shit. Go. Oh, shit. Ah. Go. Switch. There we go. Okay. KKK. Okay. Not KKK. KKK is a bad thing. Ah, there we go. Ah. Woo. Got a bit hairy. And we're free. So, in order to do this, I don't think you could do that with random matches. You would need a proper organised lockdown tournament. And not being familiar with the PvP scene, I have no idea whether anybody has ever organised such a thing or does organise such a thing, if there are regular things. If not, somebody would need to create a proper lockdown tournament. Get a bunch of guilds together who say, okay, this is our team is entering, our team is this guild, and it's going to be these people, and we are going to be playing, and they need to stage matches, and it would have to be done properly and professionally. Whether I would be the man to organise such a thing as that, I don't know, but I would like to see it. Then, The commentator. This is... Hang on. Let me check the gate map. This is a jelly farm, isn't it? It is a jelly farm. I don't have any shadow weapons on me. Ah, so it's a beast stratum, but they sneak jellies in there somehow, so... There we go, that's what I wanted. So I need... For the most part... Oh, hang on. Actually, yeah, I do need to do some forging, because I want that thing leveled up. Forge you. Huzzahs! Level 2, good. Preparing for the gunner update there. What do I want? One of my weapons slots has expired, so I can't actually carry... Well, I could use an upgrade, but... Let's bring you, because you're fun. Let's bring you, because there will be some constructs. And you, because you're going to be my main go-to weapon for killing your jellies. And my armor should stand up to the test, because it's the same damage as the beasties deal. Okay, cool. Right, that's sorted for this level. Let's summon all the things. Hi, jellies. Let's get a crowd going. Let's have a party. Get this thing charged. I really could... I'll tell you what I should have done. I should have... Whee! There we go. Tentacle party. Everyone likes a tentacle party. Oh, fun times. Tentacle party. Boom. It's such a good weapon to use in jelly farms. It's great. I love it. Ow. It would help if I... Yeah. Help if I had some more movement speed or something on it. I suppose I do already have movement speed. I need more movement speed. Anyway, let's just do it the old-fashioned way. So where was I? Yeah, in addition to being well organized, you would need an excellent commentator, not just someone going, oh, look at me playing PvP, I am playing PvP. You notice any professional esports tournament, the person doing the commentating isn't usually the person doing the playing either. There's plenty of people who like to do PvP and talk about what they're doing while they're doing it. That is not the style I'm going for with that idea. I would like somebody to be just spectating, basically, and, you know, doing a play-by-play, what's going on in the match to the people whilst watching the game. Actually, if you notice most esports matches, certainly I'm most familiar with Total Biscuit's work. He does quite a few different games and tournaments and things. So quite often you'll see they often do dual commentaries. They basically get two people to commentate together. One person, I believe, actually, you know, covers the actual action, what's going on the screen, various tactical players, oh, so-and-so's doing this, so-and-so's doing this, and the other person, I believe, does more like the statistical stuff. So it's like, okay, he's using this, so that's got a 10% advantage against doing this, and if you'd used this weapon, that would be penalized. If you used, in this case, obviously, like, oh, so he's going up against an enemy who's got shadow resistance, and he's got a piercing weapon, so he's got a distinct advantage here. So you need someone like, I think Latterson would be great for something like that, just because he knows his stuff. That guy can ramble on about Spiral Knight statistics forever. So, and I have no idea what he's saying when he does that, because I'm like, I don't know these things. But he knows his stuff. He'd be a great person to do a dual com with, as far in that kind of style, I think. But I do think that both players need to be really up on their PvP. So, like I say, if it was something I were to do, I would have to sit and watch loads and loads, or indeed get involved in loads and loads of PvP before I was in any way qualified to do such a thing. So, I'm probably still at this stage not the man for you on that score. It's definitely something I'm interested in. It's just something I don't think I could do. That's where it stands. So the other point, raised by Rimth, who I believe is actually the same person. I think that's just in-game name as opposed to YouTube name. I think so. Both comments from the same person this sake. Lucky you. Multi-channel networks. Not that you quite appeared to realise that that is what you were talking about, but you were in fact talking about multi-channel networks, which is something that's come up a lot in a bunch of videos I've watched recently from various people. So it's definitely an interesting point, and that's an eternal orb. Sweet! Like that. Don't mind an eternal orb. So yeah, multi-channel networks. Let us read. It was lengthy. A friend of mine told me about this rather big community called Maker Studios that can help you increase your YouTube subscribers. You can become a partner. You've got to have a certain amount of views, I think, but I checked their website. They seem pretty legit way to gain numbers. They have quite a good forum where people can share their YouTube advices. It might help you out. Here's a link. Yeah, you say community. It's not. It's a multi-channel network. It's a business is what it is. It's more than a community. I mean, they'll try and brand themselves as a community, no doubt, because they want, oh yeah, look at us, we're friendly, and we've got a bunch of nice people that you can talk to and work with. They don't really care about that. What they want is your money. That is what any multi-channel network wants. I call them it's just a network for short, but generally people refer to networks. If you talk about YouTube networks, that's what these are. Maker Studios is the biggest YouTube network, I think. They are the people behind such things as Polaris, who are they've got loads of big channels. They've got Dodger, Press Start to Continue, Jesse Cox, Total Biscuit, Angry Joe. A lot of your big names, they're all with Polaris. And it does seem to be a recurring thing that your big channels do often tend to be networked, but I don't know why they have specifically chosen that, I don't know. There's a lot of large but not huge channels I know that are very, very staunchly opposed to the idea of joining a network, and for what I think are, generally speaking, damn fine reasons, because there are a lot of reasons not to. I have been approached by, at this stage, I think 4 different networks, and, you know, I've got less than 300 subs. Generic B is one of the main videos I watched. He just put out a video like 2 days ago on this very subject, which was rather convenient, certainly. And he says he gets approached by several every day, because he's got like 400,000 subs at this point, so you can imagine that someone that size is someone they'd want on their side. So all these channels are going to be vying for his attention. They're like, oh, come join our network, come join our network, come join our network, every day, just to try and get him on board, because he would bring in a lot of money. How do they get your money? By splitting the money that you're already getting from making videos. That's how. Which is why it's not really a terribly great deal. The way the multi-channel networks is, they will approach you and they will say, oh, we can help you out with your channel and we'll get you more subscribers and more views and more money and stuff. And there's, in most instances, there's actually no way they can actually make good on any of those claims. They say, oh, well, we'll get you more money. Well, the way it works is, and I hadn't heard this statistic before, Jenny was the one who pointed it out, apparently it is public knowledge, it's not some big secret or anything, there's no trade secrets going on here, it's just not well known. The default split of revenue between Google and any given content producer on YouTube, or indeed anybody else using AdSense to run adverts on any kind of web content whatsoever, is 55% to the content producer, 45% to Google. And that's the same for everybody. That's the same for the Yogscast, that is the same for me, that's the same for someone who's running AdSense on their WordPress blog, you know. It's same thing across the board, everybody gets the same. 55% to you, 45% to Google. When a network approaches you, they will say, okay, we will give you a... I think generally speaking, I think the standard one they tend to approach you with is a 50-50 split, which is a god-awful deal, by the way. I think if... this is just advice I've heard from other people, by the way. It's not something I've really gone through with or anything. I think if you push them on the matter, they will generally concede a 60-40 split quite easily. If you say, okay, that's not good enough, I need better than that, they're like, alright, okay, we can do 60-40. Again, Jenny was mentioned... sort of some people offering like a 90% split. I have never heard of that, by the way, but I guess if you're huge and they really want you, they might start dangling bigger carrots, like, oh, everybody else is offering you 60%, well, we can offer you 70. Oh, they offered you 70? Well, how about 80? You can have 80%. But the fact is, it's not like they're giving you a different ad source, basically, from the others. You're still giving that 45% to Google regardless. They are taking that split from the money that you are getting. They aren't taking your 55% and Google's 45% and splitting it better. They're not taking both of those monies and putting them together and then giving you 70% instead of your 55 that you were getting before. They're taking your 55 and then splitting that 50-50 with you. So in reality, you're actually only ending up with like 27% if you split it 50-50. So they just want half of all the money you earn in exchange for whatever they claim to be selling, and it's mostly snake oil, I'm going to be honest. So what they will frequently offer are things that you can get for free anyway. The things that I have been offered, certainly, and I don't doubt everybody else has been offered. Everybody else and myself will have been offered. You can have thumbnails. Guess what? You're subscribed to my channel. You're very much aware I already use thumbnails. I am not partnered with a network. You can always use thumbnails. I think Google requires you to verify your account with a phone number. So you give them your phone number, they send you a text, and you type in the code that they send you in the text. That is how you get Google to allow you to do videos longer than 15 minutes and put thumbnails on your videos and all that stuff. And I think it's hilarious when people approach me and say, "Oh, we can get you thumbnails." And it's like, you haven't even looked at my channel. I already have thumbnails. So what are you offering me here? Other things, what else? Live streaming. That is something I certainly have access to on YouTube now. I don't know whether they've rolled it out to everybody, but I assume, just by virtue of the fact that I've got it at this stage, that it genuinely must be available to everybody. Certainly a few months back, whilst I was with Team 17, in fact, I think they changed it so that there's a little button under your settings that says, yes, I would like to be selected for live streaming, and then sometime later down the road they'll give you it. So maybe you still need to opt into that thing, but it's definitely should be there for everybody. Pardon me. So yeah, they're not offering anything particularly great in exchange for a cut of your money. I mean, many will. Let's change some weapons again. Actually, what am I fighting? Let's check what I'm fighting. I think it's going to be bunnies again. It is. Yes, it's ravenous. Yeah, that's bunnies, isn't it? What did I have no idea what I had equipped before. I'll tell you what I did have equipped before. I had Beast Slayer, quick loadout. And then I brought a Pulsar along, level 2 one, just for a bit of heat. That'll work out nice, I'm sure. That should do me just fine. So here we go. So, where was I? Let me read my notes. Notes! They offer you free promotion. Many of them do offer you free promotion. I've been told before, we will advertise your channel on our front page and get it seen. Quite frankly, I don't know how many people actually go looking for channels through networks. If I'm looking for a channel, you know, you tend to search, you don't tend to go say, I wonder what Maker Studios has got on their front page today, see if they've got anything worth looking at, because that's just not how people do things. It's not how people find content on YouTube. If you're interested in Minecraft, you search for Minecraft. You don't go, I wonder if Maker Studios has got any good Minecraft studios on the front page, or N4G TV were the first people to approach me, and I had a chat with them over Skype as well, and they I was thoroughly unconvinced by those guys. They were just, I mean, it sounds shady as well. I mean, they've named themselves after a news website that they've got no affiliation with at all, which just sounds sketchy as anything in the first place. Yikes. But that's by the by. So, if you look at most of these channels, if you go onto their websites, if you do go out of your way to look at their websites, and I think most of the people actually looking at those websites are people who are looking to get partnered for whatever reason, they will often say, oh, check us out, we got more channels than anyone else, we are the 3rd biggest network, we're the 4th biggest network, we're the 5th biggest network, we've got 50, 60, 70,000 channels, and you're offering to promote mine over all 69,999 other channels in your network. You want to promote mine? That ain't happening. Or are you offering to promote all 69,999 other ones as well at the same time as mine? In which case, I'm going to share a lot of screen space, aren't I? You know. Most of these channels are so big, they cannot promote everyone. Despite their claims that they will, they don't. They take the big ones, the really big guys, the few that they managed to lure in, occasionally either someone who joined them while they were small and did somehow make it big through, you know, their own talents, really, for the most part. Either luck or talent or whatever have you. Yeah, they've made it big, and these are the channels that they want to promote. That's why they want people like Generic B, 400,000 subscribers, and he's not networked. Quick, let's get him! he's the sort of person that they would put on their front page. They'd be like, oh, check our network out, we've got Generic B. And you're like, oh, Generic B, who's he? Oh, 400,000 subscribers. Wow, they've really helped Generic B out. He's got 400,000 subscribers. He's doing really well. He's making a living out of this. They can do the same for me. And then you will buy into their network. That's what they want. So they want big channels. And basically, they won't promote much other than the big channels. They like promoting the big channels because it makes them look good. And basically, all they're doing is collecting. It's like Pokemon. It's got to catch all the channels, basically. They want as many channels as they can get, in the hopes that one day, one of those 70,000 channels will make it big, and then they can go, oh, check us out. We've got Button Mash. Look at Button Mash. Button Mash is a great channel. We picked them up when they had 300 subscribers. Now they've got 50,000 or whatever, you know, just spitball in there, really, but you know, if that were to happen, that's what they would want to happen. That's the ideal scenario for them. They can go, look at these guys that we picked up and we've made them great. And I quite frankly, I would probably at that point turn around and say, oh, no, you didn't. I made me great. But I have not yet made me great. I will try to make me great. I will keep doing that. As you say, they've got like forums and other people giving you advice, and quite often they'll say, oh, we've got great people to collaborate with. You can work with all the people in our network. Well, quite frankly, I can do that anyway. That ain't something new. I talk to people all the time. Well, okay, that's an exaggeration. I talk to people occasionally about collaboration. Many of those have never actually really strictly come to fruition, to be honest, but I'm talking with people at the minute. Again, don't get your hopes up, because like I say, many of these have never come to fruition. I am talking with a bunch of people about doing some Minecraft collabs. I'm not massively stoked about the idea of doing Minecraft, but it could be a giggle, so yeah, if that pops up, that pops up. If it doesn't, yeah, don't hold your breath for anything like that. But that's the thing, Reddit exists. I hang around with people on Reddit trying to find Reddit. The subreddit Let's Play is great for that kind of thing. What else? There's obviously I can just search for things on Google or YouTube, like, you know, anybody else would find a channel. There are plenty of channels out there, plenty of ways to find channels, and plenty of ways of... They drop nothing, I'm not even going back that way. There's plenty of ways to talk to these people without making effort. I can talk to them on Steam, I can talk to them on Skype, I can talk to them on YouTube, for crying out loud, if absolutely necessary. It's pretty easy to get in touch with most of these people. Many of them will have emails. If people wish to get in touch with me for business concerns on my... as regards my channel, it's mostly used for people just dumping review code on me, which I don't object to, but there is an email address on my About page on YouTube. Now, did they do something? I don't know, I just had I thought that those lockers did something. I don't know. I'm sure they did on some levels. Oh, crud. Gorgos. No, not Gorgos! Hate Gorgos. All my hate for the Gorgos. Oh, get dead. And you. No! No, go away, go away. Stupid, stupid, stupid Gorgos, die. Yeah, like I say, I can collaborate with people, and I do not need don't need to give a revenue share to a group of people to get to a business in order to collaborate with people. I can do so of my own accord if I'm, you know, well organised. And quite frankly, like I say, all they're offering up is a forum for discussion for you to organise it yourself. They're not going to say, you're going to work with these people, you're going to work with these people, you're going to work with these people, you're going to work with these people. They are just literally saying, okay, we've got 70,000 people and a forum for you to talk to them in. Go on, get to it. So it would be exactly the same amount of work for me to organise collaboration through a network as it would be through Reddit or whatever. Oh, excuse me. But got a bit of a cough at the minute. Yeah, it really doesn't add much to anything. Just saying, well, we've got a forum. Yes, there are many forums. Yours isn't worth me giving you 50% of all of my money for the rest of eternity for. All you want is half of all my money forever. Generic B in his video, as I will continue referring to because he made some bloody good points about this. Oh great, I'm poisoned, thanks. He said it would be better if they acted a little bit more like a Hollywood agent, because that's kind of what they're trying to be. I mean, if you listen to what they're saying, it's kind of it's what they sound like they want to be, but it's not how they act. It's how they should act. They should be trying to get you good gigs. That's how they would earn your money. Hollywood agents, you're like, okay, I'll give you. If if you pay me 30% of however much you get paid for acting in a movie, I will get you a big role in a movie. Big Hollywood blockbuster coming up. You could be the starring man, and if I will get you that role if you give me 30% of however much you make from starring in that movie. I'm not poisoned. I should... Now I'm dead. I was going to take a pill, but never mind. I'm dead. That's what emergency revives are for. Should I give money to Child's Play charity for these ones? No, I shouldn't. To be fair, I actually felt really bad about not dying after all that. Yeah, kill Meroka and here's some sparks of life, and it's like, oh god, I didn't use any of that. I didn't die in the slightest. I felt really terrible about that. I did pop a little bit in just to massage the figures at the end there, just to go, you know, I'm going to put something in anyway, just because that's... I feel really terrible about not contributing at the end now. So yeah, that's in there now. Yeah, they should be working to get you good gigs. The obvious example, the one Jenny pointed out, the one that immediately sprang to mind when he said that as well, was they should be saying, oh, well, you give us 50% of all of your revenue, and we'll get you a spot with the Yogscast. This is obviously sort of thinking Minecraft videos, obviously, and it's probably not the best spot that I would want to be in, but actually that's, I don't know, that's not strictly true, is it? The Yogscast do plenty of, the other channels on the Yogscast anyway, do plenty of stuff that's not Minecraft, so... Okay, this can only end well. Jesus, that's a lot of bunnies. I should have brought Blitz, actually. Blitz would have been the way forward here, I feel. Yikes. Okay, Polaris it is. Oh no, they're beasts. It doesn't work, does it? Suck it, bunnies. Damn it. Pills, all the pills, popping pills. Let's kill the fiends and the healers and... let's not alt-tab out, or whatever. That's not how this wants to work. Jesus. Too many mobs. Ow, that's... Ooh, that got most of them, didn't it? Yikes. Okay. Too busy focusing on this now. Okay, you get over... No. Kill you. There we go. That's something. At least that thing's not going to be chasing me down. So yeah, if they want to cut your money, they should really be working for it. But again, if they wanted to do that, they could only focus on a few channels. But I think if they, you know, if they actually sent proper talent scouts out to properly work with people and they had proper managers working for you, they wouldn't need 70,000 channels. They would find the best of the best, and they would work with them to become amazing channels. That's how it should go down. And they're like, okay, well, we can get you a gig doing a... You can go on the co-optional podcast this week. And, you know, that sort of thing. If they were getting you gigs like that, you know, it'd be worth your money. And, quite frankly, in that instance, because they're your agent, you could fire them, which, you know, actually, as far as these contracts go, you get a really rough end of the deal with these contracts with these networks, because quite often it's like, okay, you're not allowed to leave the network for 2 years. Although, actually, Google, to their credit, did recently change the rules on that. If you really have a massive falling out with your network, you can invoke Google and Google will come and save you from the nasty networks. Okay, let's take that last pill and hope I don't die again, otherwise this video is going to come to an abrupt end. Never even told you where I was in this time, did I? It is Sapphire Queen Tier 3. Yikes. So, I think I'm going to die here, because I have no effective way of killing so many bunnies, I don't think. Jeez. Man alive. Okay, that's thinning the herd. But this guy needs to die. Oh, what? He's being healed through a wall. That's cheating, if ever I saw it. Okay. Get out of here and out of my life and stop being healed. How are you being healed from so far away? Alright, I'm having that key. Gorgos. Why did it have to be Gorgos? Jeez. Okay. Nuts. I'm dead. I'm dead! Woo! Dead! I could see that coming a mile away. I was not equipped for that level, actually, really, was I? Oh, it's because it was bunnies I brought all my piercing resist, and I didn't anticipate there being so many fiends. I think the fiends messed me up a bit, because I had no shadow resist. Shadow resist would have been much more appropriate. There's no way to tell what else you're getting with the main... Obviously, Beast's the main thing, because it's Ravenous Warrens, but there's no way to tell what your secondary thing is going to be. Yikes. Okay, well, I'm not using a Spark of Life. I'm going to leave it there, because I was pretty much done rambling, and we're pretty much at the end of the level, so that's just going to have to be it. So, thank you for watching. I've gone way long. Whoops, sorry. I had plenty to talk about. I'm glad I got to cover it all, though. It's stuff I wanted to cover. Yes, thank you for watching. Please do remember to leave a like if you enjoyed the video, and subscribe if you're not already. And please do leave a comment down below with a question or topic if you've got something you want me to talk about in the future, because those are always appreciated. They all go on a notepad and they'll get covered at some point, sooner or later. Thank you very much for watching. It's been a pleasure to have you, as always. I've been Meroka. I shall see you next time. Yeah!